house on the plains, and all I've got to do is lie around. I saddle up my pony and I ride off down the trail to watch the desert sun go down. Riding down the canyon to watch the sun go down, a picture that no artist e'er could paint.
Willie? It's 20 past, you know. You want to hurry yourself up? Something queer going on. I hope it's not.
Uh-huh. You were figuring on doing something about it, were you, Marshal? That's right. That's how I dang well like it. Lawman. Nice and polite like. Nice and easy. Back down! Back down, you get! Yes, I'll bloody well blast a black hole right between your evil eyes. That's more like it, partner. Keep those bleeding hands from a-dangling above that there purdy gun belt. You can leave now. Nice and steady, nice and easy. And don't come here again!
Willie, hurry yourself up, for God's sake.
I've got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Come on, he'll be late again, late again.
Good morning, housewives. And what a very grey morning it is, isn't it? Well, never mind, let's swing straight into our first record, and it's for Mrs. J. Enderkin of Newlands Drive, Streatham, and it's our very own, very pretty little Toria herself, Pet Clark sings, Who Am I?
White-faced cattle whining for its mate. Granite fires are standing all around.
Willie? Oh. Buck up, Willie. Don't just stand there. Willie!
Hey, I ain't deaf, you know.
Oh, there's a good boy. Now, I poured out your milk. It's all ready, Willie.
Who?
What's the matter?
It's already who?
Oh, not now, Willie. There's a good boy.
Look, I've told you before.
But look at the time. Oh, please, be a good boy.
Haven't I told you before? Told you often enough, haven't I?
But, Willie, a joke is one thing, a bit of fun, but...
Just call me Shane. See? That's all I want. Just call me Shane.
Just sit down and eat your cornflakes, eh? Oh, there's a good boy.
I reckon, well, I reckon it suits me, see? It's a real nice name.
But it's not your name, Willie. You want to learn to grow up a bit more.
Are you gonna call me Shane? Are you?
Willie! Put that knife down!
You'll rile me.
I'll fetch your father!
I flaming hate Thursdays. stinking horrible
And
Thursday.
now from the orchestra of Ray
Early
Conniff,
closing.
What?
Fred and
I
Mary
always do my
King,
shopping
Eight
early on a
Stumping,
Thursdays,
Whirling,
always have.
Midnight.
Always down the market. Unless, of course, it's raining, pouring. Mind you, it's better now since they
No,
put the
don't
roof
talk
over the
dark
top.
now, will you? Thursdays is brown. Thursdays is a brown sort of colour.
There's a special offer on the packet this week. On the cornflakes packet, Willie.
Yeah?
Yes. A D-Day landing craft. Plastic. You know, like they used in the war.
What war was that then?
The last war.
What, against the Germans, is that it? The one that Grandad got his ear shot off in.
Oh, no, that was the first war.
Yeah?
Shall I send for it then? It's only £half on the top of the packet.
Hey, you must think I'm some kind of a nut or something.
But it's a proper model, Willie, with the right colours and all.
Who cares?
Well, Mr. Jenkins, the probation man, now he said that
Yeah,
you would...
I left bloody school years and years ago, ma'am.
Still, it's a hobby, isn't it? Models and that. And he said as you was to have hobbies.
A bloke's entitled to have hobbies. That's right, nobody's arguing.
Well, I'm not arguing, that's for sure. That's what he said, hobbies.
Cowboys is me hobby.
Oh, yes, but...
Them was the days, wasn't they? Not half. Never mind about the bloody Germans or whatever they call themselves. Achtung. That's all Grandad flaming well keeps on about.
Well, he was in the trenches, that's why.
Them Germans ought to put a bullet in his mouth as well as his ear hole.
Oh, but he's been good to us since your dad passed on.
They're still cowboys, mind. Don't you forget it. Real cowboys, you know that? Real ranchers and all. Fancy riding the range, eh? How about that for a job, then? Right up my street. Got a feel of a good wassail name, a good saddle under you, and you was a wayman. Great, just a job.
Not in Swansea, it isn't.
Ride all day, ride all night. Your spurs digging in, sleeping under the stars. Bloody marvellous, man.
Oh, hurry up, will you?
Ride all drooping into the dusty town. Clop, clop, clop. Hello, they say. All the blokes sitting outside the saloon, whittling sticks. Hello, they say. Who's this lonesome-looking devil with a lean face and all them notches on his gun?
Oh, hurry up. You don't want to be late at that place again.
Gone. Call me Shane, eh, ma'am?
Willie?
Willie.
Now, there's no need to get nasty.
There's no need to get nasty.
There's no call for it, Willie.
There's no call for it. Shut your bloody great gob!
Fast as lightning.
That should be enough to bury him, folks.
Take me to the prairie and throw the sod o'er me, 'cause I'm a young cowboy and I know I've done wrong.
Put up a little wooden
I
cross.
see
Say,
by your outfit
his show was
that
fast.
you are a cowboy.
It wasn't fast enough.
These words he did say as I boldly stepped by.
Buck your bloody self up, you great loony.
Hey?
Oh, I shouldn't worry about it too much if I was you. I was just nagging. Your poor old dad said I needed a piece of sticking plaster across my mouth. Willie.
Shane!
Willie.
Shane! On it. On it.
What the bleeding hell's up with him? That's a funny sort of house, this is.
Achtung, Achtung!
What?
Get yourself another year old! Hey, there's a landing craft on the cornflake packet.
I hope he gets run over. The mouthy little...
Into the parched and dusty cow town came a lone horseman, drooping in his saddle. Something about the way he rode. Something about the style in which he wore his gun.
Right, don't worry, take them, please.
He's not worth bothering your head about, and that's for sure. Think a bit more about the old ones for a change.
But, Dad...
They have everything put on a plate for them nowadays.
He's not normal.
Normal.
He don't listen to you, what you're saying.
A month in the trenches. Just a month.
Oh, he always was a bit hardened.
He gets right up my nose, he does.
He threatened me this morning. With the bread knife, Dad.
What?
He threatened me with the bread knife. Oh, no, it's nothing to laugh at.
No, you're right there.
He waved it under my bloody nose like a maniac. No, it's not funny. Just because I...
Because what?
Because I wouldn't call him Shane.
Oh, the Texas Rangers are after him again, are they?
A bit, you know.
Oh, stop worrying about it. All young blokes are... Oh, well, they're all bonkers nowadays. Look at some of their haircuts.
Perhaps he needs a tonic.
A good kick up the backside. I don't know.
What do you think, eh?
I had 3 o'clock, and then 4 o'clock strike last night. Couldn't sleep. Just couldn't sleep.
Willie just doesn't seem to
You
act
know,
like
there's
other
a
young
clock
people.
on one chime. You know that on the church clock? Bing, bong, bank. You notice it at night?
Yeah.
Yes, that's from the Blitz. Incendiary bomb it was. Cracked the bell and busted half a dozen angels. You think they'd have repaired it after all this time? This is a Christian country. Or supposed to be.
Willie started to cry after
Oh,
I told
think
him.
a bit more about the old ones for a change, will you? Those that can't sleep. Is there any more tea in the pot?
I just wish his dad was here, that's all I wish. He'd soon knock some sense into his head.
You know, I was just thinking that. You remember when he started school? Young Willie, I mean.
Oh, got as far as the school gates on the second morning, wasn't it? And then he started throwing stones at me.
My God, his dad tore into him that day. My God, he did, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. I thought our Harold had broken his bleeding neck. Blood and snot all over Willie's face. It's a bit hard, really. Our Harold was always a bit too handy with his fists.
Oh, well, you know, Willie was always very hard in mind. He always wanted his own way. He had to be stopped.
Where's my tea, then?
Here it is, Dad.
Pampered. That's the trouble, you know, pampered. I had my ear shot off when I was his age. This new lot is as soft as horse, sir. Is it still nice or not? There's nothing worse than cold tea.
You little bleeder. Throw stones at your poor mother, would you? Well, I'll teach you to mind your manners. You stuttering fool.
Shame on you, Willie Turner. 12 years old, and you can't point to Swansea on the map. It's the place where you live, Willie. Well, show me Cardiff, then. Show me London, the capital of England, the hub of the world. All right. Point to England on the map. Point to Britain. You won't? What do you mean you won't? Don't you know where Great Britain is?
No, that Willie Turner.
Oh, So you do know. Well, point to it on the map, then. Point to the country in which you live. But that's Japan, Willie. Japan.
With a gun, you couldn't be mucked about, could you? Man could be a man. Don't you think, hey, Susan? Throwing steer and that, living by the gun. What lonesome, like, proud, real proud.
You do go on, don't you?
Only in this picture,
I said I didn't want to see it, didn't I?
in this film, see, there's these 4 evil-looking outlaws staked out in this land that's full of bleeding great boulders, and they're skulking around, waiting, and just waiting.
Sounds thrilling, all that waiting.
Yeah. They're waiting for this bloke, Jed. He's the main one in the picture, the star. Tall bloke with a lean face and a fast gun. Oh, a very fast gun.
I told you I don't like westerns. That's all you see on the telly, anyway.
What?
I don't like westerns.
Oh? But this bloke, Jed, see, has injured his gun hand.
Cake and some tea, please, George.
Yeah, and he don't know these 4 outlaws is there behind the boulders waiting for him, do he?
Don't he?
No, and he got this injured gun hand, see? Well.
Do you want a tea, then?
Yeah. Well, there he is, see?
Bloody well paid for it, then, because no one else will.
There he is, see? And they're all waiting for him now, behind these great boulders. Now, up he's coming, see? And he don't know that there's there waiting for him, do he?
What's on Ophelia Palace, then?
Oh, no, this is at the castle. Ambush at Abilene. Down by Wine Street.
I don't want to go to the castle.
No?
No. And that's definite. No, besides, you've seen it, haven't you?
Three times?
No.
4, really. Well, I sat through it the first time and saw it come round again. Oh, it's great, man. Really great. Ambush at Abilene. Yeah. It's getting kind of dark, streaky dark, when he reaches his place where the outlaws is waiting for him.
Oh. Oh.
4 outlaws, 4 corpses. They go down like bloody skittles, I'm telling you. Oh, bad hand or no bad hand, they don't make no difference to this bloke, Jed. What's the matter with you, then?
You must be a bit funny up in the Arctic, man.
What?
You heard.
What do you say? Where you going?
Just moseying on down the flaming corral.
Barren ways without the taste of water, cool water.
But honestly did live here this morning, and that's a fact. Cut it a bit fine, I grant you, but he left here just as Dad came down, didn't he, Dad?
But he didn't arrive at Wessex House, Mr. Turner. No? Not today, and not yesterday. Have you no idea where our Willie can be? Or what the devil he's up to?
Mischief!
Oh, no, it isn't nothing like that, Mr. Jenkins.
Well, let us hope that you are right, Mr. Turner. Do you mind if I come in?
Oh, of course, sir. Oh, go on down. I do hope nothing funny's happened to Willie.
Oh, no, sir.
He's a good boy, really.
No, I'm sure not, no.
Unless the Texas Rangers have got their hooks in him again.
I should try and discourage him from that, Oh, never mind. Too silly for words.
Well, all I can say is that he left here this morning, definitely.
What's he supposed to do at this place, anyway? What's he supposed to go for?
Rehabilitation, so to speak. Yes, well, most important, he's learning how to read.
Read?
Read?
Do you mean to tell me that neither of you knew the boy couldn't read?
No, I didn't.
Well, he looks in the paper, doesn't he?
The pictures. Some of our newspapers are specifically designed for people who cannot read.
But he went to school.
I can assure you that whatever feeds his rather lurid imagination, it is not the written word, Mrs. Turner. He's one of the few adults left who can look at a neon sign and think it beautiful.
James was a lad that killed a many a man, robbed that Danville train, and with his brother Frank held up that Gallatin bank.
The big black bear. Rolled over on his back and the dog
Sunk.
Oh, ta.
Go on. Pray continue.
And sunk his
Fangs.
ta. I mean, thanks, mate.
Very funny, Turner. Absolutely side-splitting for those among us who care for imbecilic wit. Pray continue.
What do you mean?
Well, carry on reading.
Don't you never laugh then?
What I do or don't do is of no concern of yours.
No, you're right there, mate.
Sit down. Sit down, I say.
What, and read about the big black bear and the dog? No, thank you, mate. Hey, you know what you can do with your book of words, don't you? Stick it! Yeah. Stick it, Tack. Right up your Goldilocks.
Get on with the job in hand. After all, it is no skin of my nose if you want to wallow in your ignorance and your illiteracy. You are being given a second chance, aren't you, Turner? You have also blatantly misused your first chance through sloth, stupidity, and criminal destructiveness. Where are you going?
Oh, to feed the budgie.
Sit down.
Oh, shut your cake hole, will you?
One word from me, Turner, and things will be very black for you.
Ta-ra-ta.
You loathsome, stupid, and incompetent lout!
What did you say? What did you say?
You never mind what I said. Just you go and sit down, do you hear? At once.
Okay, mister. You riled me now. You gonna rile me.
Now look here, Turner.
Now back down! Back down, I say! You riled me. You riled me.
Do for him, Willie. Give him a mouthful of knuckle. Go on, Willie. Yes.
Shane!
What?
Call me Shane!
The first man to drop his hands dies in opposition. The big black bear rolled over on his back, and the dog sunk his fangs into the weary beast. All right. Joke's over. Carry on, please. Carry on. There is one word in the next sentence which You won't yet know. Patience, my friends, patience. The reading room of the British Museum was not built in one day. All right, Butler. Pray continue.
It seems that Willie was involved in some peculiar sort of row with one of the staff, and he hasn't been back there since.
He didn't fight anybody, did he?
Apparently not, although he came perilously close to it. I'm told it was rather like the gunfight in OK Corral.
He wants a good kick up the backside, is a Willie.
I doubt whether violence is the solution to his particular problems. A tourist class ticket to Abilene would probably be more helpful.
Jerry shot off my ear for me when I was his age, and only half as well fed.
Here's a Ben, the probation officer doesn't want to hear about that, Dad.
The point is, Mrs. Turner, is that he must be made to attend Wessex House tomorrow morning, without fail. I should soap his saddle ready.
Pampered, you see. There's no doubt about it. Look at the skirts nowadays. No wonder there's so much crime.
What'll happen to him?
Well...
He won't, will he, Mr. Jenkins?
You must realize, Mrs. Turner, that he's extremely fortunate not to be there already. I suspect he would be, if his crime had involved the destruction of property, rather than another youth's front teeth.
Prison?
He is blatantly breaking the terms of his probation.
His dad always said he'd end up behind bars.
Quite a prophet, his dad.
I don't understand it.
Well, I do.
He's always had a good home, Mr. Jenkins.
Yes, I'm sure he has, Mr. Turner.
I was up to my neck in mud in the trenches at his age.
Yes, I'm sure you were, Mr. Turner.
He's always been brought up to tell right from wrong. I know that for a fact. I didn't know he couldn't read, though. Honest, I didn't.
I shouldn't fret too much about that, Mrs. Turner.
Oh, I only wish his dad was here. He'd soon see to him, Harold would.
Father is an undoubted advantage. Even the women's magazines say so.
He'd put him right. He used to knock hell out of him.
Not half.
What?
Well, you see, our Willie was always what you might call a bit wild-like, a bit funny-like.
Harold did his best for him. I've seen him use the strap until his arm ached. Or some neighbour knocked on the wall. There's a nosy lot around here.
Yes, well, you see, Willie was always a bit wild. And Harold didn't like him stuttering.
And he peed on the stairs once.
Dad!
Well, it's right, isn't it? Look, it's about time some things were told, if you ask me.
Mr. Jenkins will think we're a lot of savages if you go on like that.
Ah, what a lot of fuss it all is. Willie wants his nose rubbed in it, like Harold did.
This is all very atavistic.
Yes, well, when he was a little boy, you see, our Willie used to have this terrible stutter.
Stutter?
Oh, not half. Katie, beautiful Katie.
So, you see, his dad had to be a bit rough with him, else what would he have grown up like? Oh, that's the only reason he wetted himself, Mr. Jenkins. Honest.
Harold didn't want everybody laughing at him.
You feeling all right, Mr. Jenkins?
Look, I'll come back early in the morning.
Well, you'll have to take us as you find us.
Yes, I'll come back early in the morning before Willie has left.
What a lot of fuss it all is.
I'm sure it's very good of you to bother.
Bother?
Yes, I hope Willie appreciates it.
He won't.
I don't know what's got into him.
Good afternoon.
All right, then. Cheerio. I'm sorry Willie wasn't here. You put his back up, Dad. I wish to God you wouldn't go on like you do.
Wrong again. I'm sorry I bloody spoke.
All fancy telling him Willie peed on the stairs.
Well, he did, didn't he?
So he tells the magistrate.
Dirty bleeder.
I could see you put Mr. Jenkins against Willie.
I can see where I'm not wanted.
Turned him up good and proper.
I'm treated just like dust in this house.
That's not ambush at Abilene.
Willie. Willie Turner.
Carol, innit? Carol Goodall.
Yeah.
Oh, freckle chop.
Charming.
Well, that's what we used to call you at school, wasn't it? Hey, long time since I've seen you.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't got no freckles now, that's for sure. You look all right, don't you?
How are you keeping, Willie? What are you doing now?
Things.
Last I heard you was down Albert Road in the biscuit factory.
Yeah.
Oh, Ronnie was there before he went in the army.
Pushing them great tubs of dough into the mixers. Didn't go much on that. Hey, you going to the pictures?
Thought about it.
It's a cowboy.
Yeah. That's the trouble. I thought about going down to Port Talbot to see The Sound of Music.
Why, you're not by yourself, are you?
Yeah, it's my off day. Everybody else is at work. Except you, eh, Willie?
Oh, I'm going to see this cowboy film.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like westerns.
Oh, I don't know. I fancy something a bit more, well, real. Something you can believe in.
What?
Cowboys, they're all dead and gone, like, ain't they? Besides, it's always the same sort of story.
Dead and gone?
You know what I mean, like Father Christmas.
They're not dead and gone, Carol. Never on your life.
Okay, I don't mind very much one way or the other what I see. I'll come with you if you like, Willie.
They're still cowboys, Carol. Real cowboys out there on the ranges. Free as wild horses. Listen a minute. How about that for a life for a man if you got guts, eh? No worries, no nothing. Just roping and branding and playing cards. And...
Willie?
Don't say nothing, Carol. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
Willie, what's the matter?
I don't know. Sometimes...
Willie, you're out of my arm.
What?
Willie!
You got nice legs, Carol. Nice eyes, too.
Willie, are you in some sort of trouble? What's the matter, love? Willie?
My name isn't Willie anymore.
What?
For God's sake, how many times have I got to say it?
What the bloody hell's the matter with you?
Let's go in. Hey?
No, I'm not going in.
Oh, come on, it's a good film. A cowboy film. You can learn a lot, you know.
No, I'm not going in the pictures. I've got some shopping to do. Willie? Willie? Willie, what's the matter? What's that?
Hey.
What is it?
I've got me a gun. In the chest of drawers. I twirls it and twirls it. Round and round and round and round.
Bonkers.
Horse there for real. You'll see. You'll see. Silly bitch. Who does she think she's fooling anyhow?
I haven't seen hide nor hair of him since he ran away.
I was very much afraid of that.
That young thug needs a sharp lesson.
A sharp lesson? That's all he seems to have had, as far as I can make out.
You mustn't get too sentimental, you know.
Oh, no.
You people in the probation service, you spread sentimentality like horse dung on a rose garden.
An interesting simile, is it altogether apt?
Oh, nothing personal, old man.
Oh, no.
I simply think that we all need to redress the balance a bit, that's all.
Yes, indeed, balance.
He's a potential monster, a possible psychopath, and you know that.
Oh, I see. You mean the balance of his mind?
A young thug. I thought he was going to hit me the other day. There was a wild look in his eyes, subhuman almost. Aye. I don't mind admitting it made me great a bit. Yeah. Oh, yes, you would too.
I'm no hero. I was around at the boy's house today, as a matter of fact. I just got back.
So you said.
Yes. Well, not an altogether pleasant experience. I heard some things there that made my hair stand on end.
Nothing would surprise me about that sort of background.
It seems the boy was regularly and severely beaten.
Oh, yes.
Till the boy was bloody. So the grandfather said, rather proudly.
But what for? What was he beaten for?
For stuttering, amongst other things.
Good God. Sometimes.
Yes?
Sometimes the world and the wretched people in it make one sick.
What?
Look here, I was caught in the hop the other day. I was tired. Very tired. And extremely bored.
Well, that's an occupational hazard, isn't
Well,
it?
I'm afraid, you see, I may have provoked the lad. You know how it is. A dull mind and a sullen face, he can drive you into a frenzy. Mind you, that lad Turner, he bubbles about inside like a kettle of boiling water.
That's not altogether surprising, is it?
Oh, come now, we mustn't get too mamby-pamby.
No.
I see what you mean, of course. Yes. Would you like to sit down?
I've talked to Turner a great deal, of course.
Oh, so have I.
The boy's dead from the neck up. Except his one great passion, if you can call it that, seems to be westerns.
What?
Cowboys.
Ah, now, well, that is something that we have in common, he and I. Like General Eisenhower, I'm fond of a good western myself.
Really?
Yes. There's nothing wrong in that.
Oh, yeah, I suppose I am too, in a way. Well, films, that is.
Well, naturally, you don't suppose, do you, that I was referring to pulp novels or comic strips? I'm trained as a teacher of English, as a matter of fact.
Yes, of course. At least the cowboy film is full of action, unlike most films nowadays.
Great bounces of landscape, a lone figure on a horse. It all has a classic simplicity.
Good yarns, too. The good, the genuine hero, pitted in a fight to the death against the bad, the genuine villain.
I don't mind telling you, I have seen so many westerns. I could practically draw you a street map of Dodge City, right here and now.
With the bank on the corner.
Always being robbed.
And the saloon.
Oh, golly, yes, a saloon.
With a honky-tonk piano.
Here in the card sharpers.
And those doors. You know those sort of half doors? You know the ones I mean?
Yeah, well, you can see the man's hat and the man's boots, but not his gun belt.
Yes. Yes, I suppose it's one of the most potent and evocative myths ever manufactured.
Knocks Robin Hood into a cocked hat, I'm afraid. Well, you look at the men now coming out of a cinema after seeing a western. A good western, that is. And they have, you see, they have a sort of a swagger in their walk. They would give their eye teeth for that moment. They would give anything to be the top gun in a town.
Dodge City.
Queen of the cow towns.
You know, I've often thought that the traditional Western hero would be categorized as a squalid delinquent nowadays. Our urban culture, you know.
In my opinion, it's this psychological nonsense that is killing the Western. In the days of Tom Mix and Randall Scott, the bad men were bad, and the good men were good, and no two ways about it.
And the good men were always the fastest on the draw, and not the best-looking girls as well.
Oh, I say, old man, I don't know what I've been thinking about, but would you like a cup of our tea? It's hot and liquid, if it's nothing else.
That would be very nice, partner.
You know, I'm very glad, you know, we've had this bit of a chat. Yes, it clears up a lot of misunderstandings, you know, this sort of chin wag.
Yes, indeed. It's been most useful.
My daughter is sitting in the corner up there. They're lying. Will you ride? I'll ride with you, Captain.
Hey. Hey, missus.
You talking to me?
Nice, are they? Nice, are they? Enjoying them, are you?
What you talking about?
Horses.
What?
Chomp, chomp, chomp like a bleeding nose bag.
Cheeky sod. What do you mean, horses? You're the bloody horse yourself, poking your nose into everybody else's business. Proper know all, aren't you? There's too many of you sort about. Are you listening to me? Cheeky young pig. And you smell too. Achavi. Go home and wash yourself.
Shut your face, you ugly old bag.
Hey, that's the way to speak to a lady. Behaving like a lout, Mike.
Oh, not you and all. Shut up, will you? I want to watch the film. Shut up yourself, nose eight.
What you want is somebody to give you a damn good hiding.
What I want is to watch the film.
So do we. It's all very well for you to... Oh! Filthy beast!
Oh, get off, will you? I want to watch the film.
Let's see no more pictures there. Come on.
What's the film?
Come on.
In there, quick. Bloke in a dinner jacket gone off his rocker.
Well, I'm off up the wooden hill to Bedfordshire.
All right, Dan.
I should be locking the door if it was me.
I can't do that now, can I?
Out at all hours. Up to mischief. He'll end up behind bars. You mark my word.
I just wish his dad was here. That's all I wish.
Harold wasn't much good himself.
Dad.
Oh, it's about time some things were told, if you ask me.
Willie's like his dad to a T. Only with Willie, it's bleeding cowboys and not women. Sluts. It's a crackling. You know damn well what I'm talking about.
Go on up to bed.
All right, I will. I know when I'm not wanted. Don't you worry about that. Harold had more women than... Well, it's the truth, isn't it? Of course it's the truth. Mind you, I'm not saying he didn't have his good points, you know, but...
I thought you said you was going up to bed.
But you're not waiting up for Willie, are you? I mean, he's not worth...
Leave Willie alone! You're always going on about him. You don't give him a chance, do you?
What the hell are you on about now?
Oh, Willie.
Behind bars. That's where he'll end up.
Get to bed. Go on.
All right, I will. I will. You were soft about Harold. And you're soft about Willie. You'll never learn, will you? Eh? Oh, no.
There's nothing wrong with cowboys anyway.
My feet don't half ache. I've got corns that jingle, jangle, jingle. Well, it's a queer old world, that's for sure. Daddy?
Willie! Where have you been, Willie? What you been up to? Look at the time. And where's your shoe? What have you done with your shoe?
Oh, give over, will you?
Willie, this has got to stop. The probation man was here today. I know what's going on. You'll end up behind bars, my lad, just like your dad always said.
He's dead.
More's the pity. He'd have known what to do. He'd have stopped all this nonsense.
He's 6 feet under, I tell you.
4 years ago next Wednesday.
What?
4 years ago next Wednesday since your dad passed on. You look like him sometimes, Willie. A lot like him. Especially around the mouth. I didn't know you couldn't read. Still, I expect you can a bit. I blame the teachers anyway. Far too many holidays, if you ask me. Would you like something to eat? I made a bread pudding today. You like that? Plenty of currants.
Leave me alone.
A cup of tea, then. You'll have a nice cup of tea. Yes, of course you will.
Leave me alone.
What have you done to your shoe?
Oh, shut up, for God's sake, will you?
Are you all right, Willie? I waited up for you.
Well, I didn't ask you to, did I?
I was worried about you, out of my wits.
Good night.
You going up to bed, then?
No, but you are.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
You know me?
Willie.
Good night.
I was never very good at reading myself.
You're stupid then, aren't you?
There's no need to be so nasty.
All right, go on then. You make the place look untidy.
Watch your lip, my lad. And that's for taking a bread knife at me this morning. Good night.
Bread knife? Who'd have thought that then?
understand, dear. Every single thing I try to do, you're always there to lend a helping hand, dear. I love you most of all because you're you. No matter.
Shut up, will you?
Lee, I brought you something. I got it after Mr. Jenkins came this morning.
What are you going on about? What's that, there?
A book.
Oh, I can see it's a book.
But I bought it for you, Willie.
Hey, there's a cowboy on the front.
It's a cowboy book.
What, all about cowboys then, is it?
Yeah.
Fancy that then.
It's called Dead Man's Gulch. Says it's all about blazing six guns in a big ranch.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's a good book from the looks of it.
Yeah, well. Ta. I'll have to read it one of these days.
Yeah. That's what I thought. That's why I got it.
It isn't a lesson book, is it?
Oh, no, it's a proper book, a real book.
I might be able to read it if it was about a black bear and a little dog.
Oh, reading the same as anything else, like riding a bike. It comes to you all of a sudden if you look at the words and keep looking at the words.
It? Oh, I like it. That's an I and a T, isn't it?
That's right, Willie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ever so easy, really.
It. That's nice. It's like a man standing outside a church, isn't it? Of course it is. As you look at it in the book, it is it. A little man with his hat up in the air, standing outside this church with a cross on the top. See?
Oh, I never thought of it like that.
No, I don't expect you did. I could easily read if I wanted to. I don't know what all the fuss is about. Words is funny things, you know.
Well, I shouldn't stay up any later. That Jenkins said he'd pop round in the morning.
Don't you let him come in, yeah? You tell him to go and get stuffed.
Oh, but you must do what he says. You don't want to get into no more trouble, Willie. Oh, it isn't worth a candle, Willie. Please, be a good boy. You used to be ever such a good boy. Oh, there. You still love your old mum, don't you?
But that's Japan, Willie. Japan.
Well, there's it, anyhow. It. She.
You stuttering fool!
It.
Just moseying on down the flaming corral.
No, Dad. No, Dad. Please, Dad.
But look at it, boy. Look at the words as I move my finger along. You are bloody stupid, aren't you? Go on. Read the words.
They
Right.
lived
Right.
In?
You tell me.
In?
Right?
Aye.
Right. Well, hurry it up, can't you?
House?
House! House! Does it look like a house? Can't you learn nothing proper?
Home?
Cottage! They lived in a cottage. Cottage. What's the bloody use, Willie? You were thick. Thick as a plank.
Four outlaws, four corpses.
He mowed him down like skittles. They was asking for it and all. They was bloody well asking for it.
You say he sure was fast. But he wasn't fast enough.
The house in Swansea, where early this morning 2 bodies were found. Both had been shot several times. He is William Turner, age 20, an unemployed laborer. He is 5'9" in height, with a pale complexion, fair hair, and blue eyes. The police warn that he is armed and may be dangerous. Our next program follows in a few seconds.
You like westerns, do you?
Hey, just a minute. Would you mind telling me?
What are we doing?
Attention.
This is an emergency. None of you, I shouldn't think, has had to use a weapon before, except in training or maybe as a sport. We do not like, as you know, the thought of policemen with firearms in this country. Thank God. But exceptional circumstances demand exceptional measures. The Home Secretary. Are you all right, Thomas?
Yes, sir.
This young man is armed, and he's a killer. He's killed his own mother and grandfather. He's butchered one of your own colleagues in an utterly merciless fashion. And he's now taking potshots at people in the street. This sort of thing has got to be stopped. There's no two ways about it.
Right, we know where he is. We know how to get him. It's important that we do so, and there's not a moment to waste. Right, let's get on with it.
Good boy. Top gun, Shane boy. Lots of notches, old mate. Come on! Get down, you dick! Leave me alone! Hey, you sure was fast, but you're not fast enough.
Attention. This is the police. William Turner, you are surrounded. You have no chance of escape. Be sensible and come down. Be sensible, Turner, and do no more violence. Don't use your weapon anymore. You have no chance of escape. Come down, Turner, or we shall be forced to open fire. This is the police. Come down now. Come down now, Turner, or we shall be forced to open fire.
name isn't Shane. My name isn't Shane. William John Turner. Poor old man. William John Turner.
Right. You better put a warning shot over his head.
What the bleeding hell do they think they're doing? Daddy! Pick it up, Hawk.
As I walk out in the streets of Laredo, as I walk out in Laredo one day, I spied a poor cowboy all wrapped in white linen, as cool as the clay. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the pipe lowly. Play the dead march as you carry me along. Take me to the prairie and throw the sod o'er me, 'cause I'm a young cowboy and I know I've done wrong. I see by your outfit that you are a cowboy. These words he did say as I boldly stepped by. Come sit down beside me and hear my sad story. I was shot in the breast and I know I must die. Let 16 gamblers come handle my coffin. Let 16 cowboys come sing me a song. Take me to the prairie and throw the sod o'er me, 'cause I'm a young cowboy, and I know